Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Blazekiller, and today we are back with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking all things Thanksgiving update, which was just released as of today or yesterday, sometime around then. But the 2023 Thanksgiving update is now out, and we have many new items to talk about. Let's first start off by going to the Woods R Us. We have a new axe. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, we have the orange bone turkey. So if you're familiar with the Thanksgiving events here in Lumber Tycoon 2, we have turkeys, or some forms of turkeys, which are released in every Thanksgiving update. Here and today and this year is going to be an orange bone turkey, the same turkey as we're used to, but now with orange bones. Now let's talk about something more interesting. Well, first let's talk about the price of this. We have a 303 in-game currency. It says, "Orange, you thankful for this handsome turkey." Little pun there. Orange, you thankful. Next, the pie axe, 6,700 in-game money. How does the pie even stay in there is the caption for that. So this axe is super cool. I'm not going to buy it because I already have it in my inventory, but it is the first axe since the amber axe that emits particle effects when you chop wood using it. Also, what's interesting about this axe is that it has a super fast chop rate, and that it has a special affinity for cherry trees. So let's try it on this tree here. You see how fast that was? Very, very fast. Let's try the same tree with my end times axe. So it looks about the same to me, but with cherry trees. Let's try this. Now with the end times axe. This axe, the pie axe, is now the best axe to chop down cherry trees, to my knowledge. What's also interesting is that it emits particle effects, and it has an interesting sound when you chop using it. Let's listen to that. You hear every now and then it makes that little squishing sound. And also you can see the particle effects coming off of the axe. Let's turn that down before I ear rape you guys. But those are the first two items. Very cool. New axe. Finally a new axe in this game. Next item is going to take us over the bridge to the fancy furnishing store. So stick with me until I get there. Alright, now that we are at fancy furnishings, what's going to be located here is our next item, which is going to be the pumpkin pie. If you remember in the previous update or event, the apple pie was located here. Now the pumpkin pie is. It costs 880 lumber bucks. It is titled a pumpkin in a pie. It is the same shape as the apple pie, and what is interesting to note about this pie, as well as the turkey, is that they can both be cooked in the volcano. If you weren't aware, turkeys and pies can be cooked in the volcano. What does that even mean? It just means it turns a darker color the longer you keep it in there. So what are you going to do if you want to do that for yourself? So when you enter the volcano, you know the entrance to the volcano, correct? The place where you start taking damage is where you're going to place your pie and or your turkey to be cooked. So right as you start taking damage, that's where you're going to place them to be cooked. They turn a different shade every 2 minutes, up to, I believe, 26 minutes. I'll put a picture on the screen right now of what those different shades look like. All credit goes to Electrotech for that image. Next here is our next item. We are at Bob's Shack, so follow where I went. We're at 1,760 lumber bucks for the can of stuffing. What's it made of is the question, and that's kind of just a funny saying, because what even is stuffing made out of? Obviously, that's somewhat a joke. But as you can see in the image looks a little bit questionable. Correct? So that's kind of funny. So first we have covered the orange bone turkey, and then the pie axe, and then we have covered the pumpkin pie, and now the can of stuffing. But what is next? There is something more, and that's going to take us over the ferry. So stick with me until I get to the ferry, and I'll tell you guys what to do next. Alright, now that we're at the ferry, we're going to buy a ticket, and we're going to head over to the tropics biome, where our next item is going to be located. Alright, now that we are over the ferry, our next item is going to be located in the maze, specifically in the fine art shop. If you know how to get there on your own, please do so without my help. But if you have any doubts, please follow me right now. So turn on your headlights for your car, and let's drive down rather, into this maze. This next item is going to be interesting. It's really interesting. It's almost a mystery item of sorts, as you can see on the thumbnail. But what purpose will it serve, really, is the question. So go down here. We're going to keep making our way down, all the way down here. And then we're going to turn left here. We are going to go this way. We're going to hug this rock right here. That is, go right around it like this. Okay. We're going to take a left. And then a right. And then down the middle is going to be our next option here. Down the middle. Not the right. Not the left here. But down the middle. Okay. Here we are at the fine art shop. You can see, based on the lights, that we have arrived at something at least, right? Our next item, our fifth and final item, is going to be the cornucopia. It costs 5,400 in game currency, so it's the most expensive of these items. It's pretty expensive. I think, well, let me see. I think the axe was more expensive, correct? But it's still pretty expensive. Fill it up for the feast. If you don't know what a cornucopia is, it's pretty much like a display case. It's like a little ornamental container shaped like a goat's horn. And pretty much, in its practical use in real life, there are fruits and vegetables and flowers and all sorts of things that are stuffed in here. It's like a Thanksgiving tradition, like a symbol of abundance, of plenty. So let's open it up, and you're gonna see how massive this actually is. Look at that. It looks like a hat for some like gnome or some troll. That could be a use of it in Lumber Tycoon. It also, let me see if I can get it on myself. Almost. It's gonna be hard to get it actually on my head. But that could be an option. Also, think about like having a game where you like throw balls into the hole and try to get it in there. That's also a use for this. But what use would this serve beside, any use that we would give it? I'm not sure. So for that, it's kind of a mystery item of sorts. So again, this is going to be in the fine arts shop. So to get out of here, to give you guys some assistance here, we're pretty much going to be taking the most straight path. We're not going to be making any big turns until we get to our first big turn, which I'll show you where that is. So keep heading down. It's much easier to get out of this place than into it. Sorry for the lag there. So keep going straight, keep going straight. Once you get to the first crossroads, you're going to turn right. We're not there yet. Yep, here we are, the first crossroads. Let's turn right. Let's hug this. Hug that rock face. And then go here. And we're going to see, once we start going up, we know that we're getting out of the maze here. Well, that was the 2023 Thanksgiving update. 5 new items to feast our eyes upon, to purchase. We have first the orange bone turkey we covered, then the pie axe, then the pumpkin pie, the can of stuffing, and the cornucopia. What use will some of these serve in Lumber Tycoon? What use will you give to them is the question. So stock up on all of these items. The Thanksgiving event will not last forever, and these items will probably be gone by Thanksgiving or soon after, or on maybe after Thanksgiving, the day after. I'm not sure exactly when they'll be gone, but in any case, stock up on them as best as you can. The prices for these things will rise once you will have to start purchasing them from other people. But stock up on these. Hope you guys really did enjoy this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell for me so that you'll be notified whenever I do upload a new video. Also, make sure that when you get these items, the cornucopia that is, you get it pretty quickly so that you make it just in time for the ferry and don't miss your ride home. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.